Hello students, in this lecture let us see how many number of species are there and उनका distribution कैसा है, एक एक species का number कितना है, that is species richness and species evenness जो हमने last lecture में देखा है. Let us see over here how many species are there on this planet Earth. The answer to it is yet not found. We do not exactly know कि इस planet पे कितनी species हैं, because it is said that all the species on this planet are yet to be identified. All the species are yet not identified. We all know who does this work of identification of species, okay? You've seen in the chapter of Living World, the taxonomist. कैसे एक एक स्पीशीज को आइडेंटिफाई किया जाता है, उसको कैरेक्टराइज किया जाता है, then how it is different from the other species, then it is placed into a proper order in a taxonomic group, okay? So that is how एक species को identify करके उसको एक नाम मिलता है when it is proved, when it is approved कि ऐसी कोई species पहले identify नहीं की गई है, okay? So that is how, but how many species are there on this planet Earth? इसका आंसर किसी को नहीं पता है, MCQ आता है. So it is not yet estimated. The correct number is not yet estimated. We do not know. However, approximate estimates या scientific estimates दिए गए हैं because according to IUCN, that is the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, that is IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, formed in 2004. Approximately more than 1.5 million species have been identified on this planet Earth. Okay, 1.5 million species का डाटा है हमारे पास. This will include everything from the microorganisms, from the fungi to the algae to the higher plants, lower plants, the lower animals, higher animals, humans, everyone. So जितने भी living forms हैं उसमें से more than 1.5 million species have been identified. Just think over. Just think how many species you know. आपका सराउंडिंग एक बार देखो पूरा, कितने प्लांट्स के नाम आपको पता है, कितने एनिमल्स के नाम आपको पता है, कितने माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स आपने देखे हैं. ओके, जस्ट थिंक ओवर हाउ मेनी फ्रॉम दीज 1.5 million do you know. So just think of the work the taxonomists are doing. Alright, so according to IUCN, more than 1.5 million species have been described, have been identified. Important MCQ. IUCN का full form International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. Important MCQ. Formed in 2004. Important MCQ. According to them, more than 1.5 million species have been identified, have been described on this planet Earth. टोटल नंबर कितना है उसका कोई अभी पता नहीं है. However, extreme estimates जो हैं वो बोलते हैं कि around 20 to 25 million species होंगे on this planet Earth. Approximately 20 to 25 million species must be present on this planet Earth which are yet to be identified. This is the extreme estimate given by some ecologists and sociologists and biologists. Whereas Robert May is a scientist. He has given a scientific estimate. He has given a calculated, a conservative, a scientific estimate that around 7 million species must be present on this planet Earth. Robert May has given this estimate that around 7 million species must be present on this planet Earth. अब ये estimate कहाँ से मिला है, ये rough estimate कहाँ से मिला है? Okay, from these 1.5 million species, temperate region में ज़्यादा species मिली हैं या calculated हैं. Temperate regions को ज़्यादा रिसोर्स किया हुआ है, ज्यादा एक्सप्लोर किया हुआ है. एंड नंबर ऑफ स्पीशीज उसमें मिली है. Whereas we know one thing, ये हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. Look here. If this is the equator and this is the North Pole and South Pole, so this is the tropical region, right? This is the tropics. This is the temperate region and then you have the poles. हमने ये डिस्कस किया है हर जगह पे बायोम में, इकोसिस्टम में, कि मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ स्पीशीज ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में मिलेगी, मैक्सिमम प्रोडक्टिविटी ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में मिलेगी. Okay, because tropics have some special characteristics जो डिस्कस करेंगे आगे. We will discuss further. But you know कि ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में सबसे ज्यादा स्पीशीज मिलती है, ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में सबसे ज्यादा डाइवर्सिटी मिलती है, ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में सबसे ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिविटी मिलती है. We have discussed this in the chapters of organism and population and ecosystem. It's just a carry forward now. ओके, सो अगर टेम्परेट्स को उन्होंने ज्यादा एक्सप्लोर किया है, एंड इट्स एन एस्टिमेट कि ट्रॉपिकल रीजन्स आर नॉट एक्सप्लोर्ड मोर, तो सिर्फ टेम्परेट और ट्रॉपिकल को थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लोर करके इफ वी हैव 1.5 मिलियन स्पीशीज, इट इज सेड कि अगर हम पूरे ट्रॉपिक्स को एक्सप्लोर करेंगे तो अराउंड 7 मिलियन स्पीशीज तो मिलनी ही चाहिए. Some extreme estimates also say कि 20 to 25 million species मिलेगी. So अब इससे MCQs हैं, ध्यान से सुनो. Number of species more in tropics as compared to temperate. अगर number of species बोलेंगे तो tropics में ज्यादा है as compared to temperate, this we know. लेकिन explore करके कौन सी region ज्यादा explored है, इन्वेंशन ऑफ स्पीशीज कहां पे ज्यादा हुआ वाला है, तो वो टेम्परेट में है. दिस सेंटेंस डज नॉट मीन कि ट्रॉपिक्स में ज्यादा स्पीशीज नहीं है और टेम्परेट में है. दिस जस्ट मीन्स कि ट्रॉपिक्स को और एक्सप्लोर करना बाकी है. ट्रॉपिक्स आर सो ह्यूज, सच डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऑफ प्लांट्स. वी हैव सीन स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन, वो भी ट्रॉपिकल फॉरेस्ट में मिलेगा. तो उतने स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन में, उतनी डाइवर्सिटी में, उतनी ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिविटी में, इट हैज सो मेनी एनिमल्स, सो मेनी अदर प्लांट्स विच आर लिविंग देयर. इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू एक्सप्लोर द कंप्लीट ट्रॉपिक्स. इसलिए एक्सप्लोरेशन का काम, स्पीशीज आइडेंटिफिकेशन का काम, स्पीशीज काउंटिंग का काम, ये टेम्परेट रीजन में ज्यादा हुआ है एज कंपेयर टू द ट्रॉपिक्स. बट वी नो कि ट्रॉपिक्स में ज्यादा स्पीशीज हैं एज कंपेयर टू टेम्परेट. इसको हम आगे भी डिस्कस करेंगे. वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द ट्रॉपिक एंड द टेम्परेट जोन्स. ओके, सो इम्पोर्टेंट MCQs. 1.5 मिलियन IUCN का फुल फॉर्म 2004. रॉबर्ट मे का एस्टिमेशन विच इज अ मोर बायोलॉजिकल, मोर कंजर्वेटिव एंड अ मोर sound estimate. It's a more sound estimate, Robert May का जो है, which is 7 million. And extreme estimate is this. And temperate and tropics अभी हमने discuss किया है. So all this you have to remember. You should know how many, इसका कोई particular answer नहीं है. Described कितने हैं? 1.5 million species हैं जो describe किए हुए हैं taxonomists all over the world ने. IUCN has put up this code. Then tropics versus temperate, then the estimates, that are the extreme estimates and the scientific estimates. Okay, now let us see कि जितनी species हैं उसमें से animals ज्यादा हैं या plants ज्यादा है. What do you feel? Animals will be more or plants will be more? Amongst all the species which are identified, 1.5 million, more than 1.5 million में से 70% animals हैं. More than 70% are animals and approximately 22% are plants. So अगर आपको ऐसा डायग्राम मिलेगा and they will tell you कि on this globe, if you want to put how many species of animals are there and how many species of plants are there, आपको 70% of the globe को animals को रखना है. एंड 22%, मोर देन 70% को एनिमल्स के लिए रखना है एंड 22% को प्लांट्स के लिए। सो सी, ऑलरेडी प्लांट्स इतने कम हैं। आफ्टर दैट ऑल्सो इफ वी डू डिफॉरेस्टेशन, हम प्लांट्स को रिमूव करेंगे, हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन करेंगे, तो इकोसिस्टम इज गोइंग टू गेट डिस्टर्ब्ड। Organisms, animals, which these plants are home for all these animals, they are food for all those animals, ये सब destroy हो जाएंगे, ecosystem पूरा disturb हो जाएगा। This is important, you have to remember, out of all those species, that is more than 1.5 million, 70% are animals and 22%, more than 70% are animals and around 22% are plants। अब ये 70% animals में से, ये 70% एनिमल्स में से अगेन अराउंड 70% आर इंसेक्ट्स एंड 30% है बाकी के एनिमल्स। सी, ह्यूज नंबर, 70% आर इंसेक्ट्स whereas 30% बाकी के एनिमल्स हैं from this total of 70% of animals on this planet Earth। So insect group is the most species rich group, is the most species rich group। अगर हम सारे species में से देखें, so the insects are occupying 70%, is the most species rich group। All right, this you have to remember। Again important MCQ। अब ये figures याद रखने के लिए इसीलिए important है because out of the total number of species, 70% are animals, more than 70% are animals, okay, 22% are plants। Out of the 70% of animals, 70% are insects, so they are easy to remember। In that ways अगर बोलूं, अगर 10 animals हैं land पे, if you have 10 animals on land, important calculation now आता है एग्जाम में, अगर 10 animals हैं उसमें से you know कि 70% are insects, मीन्स 10 में से 7 इंसेक्ट्स हो जाएंगे, दैट इज 70% ऑफ 10 विच इज 7। कैलकुलेट करना आना चाहिए आपको, कोई भी नंबर दिया गया तो, कि अगर इतने एनिमल्स हैं, ओके, इफ आई टेल यू कि 100 एनिमल्स हैं, तो इसमें से इंसेक्ट्स कितने रहेंगे वो आपको समझना चाहिए। हाउ मच इज 70% ऑफ 100? यस, 70, बिकॉज 70 अपॉन 100 इंटू 100 करेंगे। सो अगर 100 एनिमल्स बोला तो उसमें से 70 इंसेक्ट्स रहेंगे, बिकॉज दिस इज नाउ फाइनल कि टोटल जो एनिमल्स हैं उसमें से 70% इंसेक्ट्स रहते हैं। ओके, एग्जाम्पल बुक में दिया हुआ है 10 एनिमल्स हैं, तो 10 में से ये श्योर शॉट है कि 7 इंसेक्ट्स हैं एंड बाकी के 3 विल बी दी अदर एनिमल्स। सो इंसेक्ट इज सच अ स्पीशीज रिच ग्रुप, insecta is such a species rich group, this you have to remember। ये estimate आपको याद रखना है। Important MCQs with these you get to label these, okay, animals ज्यादा रहेंगे, plants कम रहेंगे in this complete planet। amongst the animals divide करेंगे और ये calculation 10 दिया हुआ है तो उसमें से 70% कितना होगा, 200 एनिमल्स है तो उसमें से इंसेक्ट्स कितने होंगे, सो अगेन 70% यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट ऑफ दैट वैल्यू। Okay, now we'll see some graphs which are given in the NCERT textbook, which are again important MCQs. So you know now this animal versus plants. Okay, let us see those graphs now. So let us see now the graphs which are given in NCERT textbook. ये graphs ऐसे के ऐसे ही आएंगे एग्जाम में। You will get these graphs and you will have to label the species. You will have to label A, B, C, D जो भी दिया हुआ रहेगा। So now NCERT textbook में they have been divided into invertebrates, into vertebrates and then the plants. Okay, but in general अगर पूछेंगे सारे animal kingdom में से 70% is insects, that you have to remember. All right, and then from the plants we will see that fungi are a larger group and angiosperms. Fungi and angiosperms are a large group. तो यहाँ पे इनवर्टिब्रेट्स में ये जो सबसे सबसे बड़ा कॉलम है ये हो जाएगा इंसेक्ट्स का. ओके, इट विल बी इंसेक्ट. So you have to remember it by IOMC. I is for insects. This next bigger one is for other animals. Other animals. Okay, and then M, the next larger one, is for mollusks. And the last one, that is the least percentage, is of the crustaceans. So ये ग्राफ ऐसे ही भी आता है. If you want, you can remember it that way also कि insects का larger percentage रहेगा ही. Okay, after that you will have other animals. उसके बाद small number of mollusks and then the crustaceans. So देखो, हम species richness भी देख रहे हैं and हम species की evenness भी देख रहे हैं. Alright, so we are counting numbers also and we are counting how many types of species also, और एक species का कितना number है वो भी देख रहे हैं इन graphs में. So exam में question आता है label A, B, C and D. So you have to label A as insects, B will be other animals जो next higher category है उसमें, फिर उससे कम mollusks and the least will be the crustaceans in the invertebrates. Okay, you can remember it by IOMC, insects, other animals, mollusks and crustaceans. Next, coming to the vertebrates now. Okay, coming to the vertebrates, you will get this kind of graph which you will again have to label. या फिर कुछ parts label किए हुए रहेंगे, कुछ आपको label करने हैं, ऐसा रहेगा, या match the following रहेगा. Match A with A, B, C, D with the species which they represent in this graph. So again for the vertebrates now, you have to remember F is the first, which is the largest. This is the fishes. Okay, this is the fishes. Then R and B, ये दोनों का सेम है और ज्यादा है, तो ये वाला ग्रुप रहेगा. ये R और ये B. It will be this group. Okay, so R will be for reptiles, B will be for birds. So reptiles and birds will be approximately same in number. You can see over here, fishes will be more, and these two will be approximately same in number. These are A and M. क्या होगा ये A और M? Amphibians, and mammals. So to remember this, FR, FRB, AM, FRB, AM. अब इसमें R और B के नीचे डैश इसलिए लगाया है बिकॉज ये सेम रहेंगे, ये सेम रहेंगे, देयर नंबर विल बी सेम, इसीलिए सेम क्वांटिटी का मार्क होगा यहाँ पे. ओके, एंड फिशेस के बाद ये नेक्स्ट ज्यादा रहेंगे, सो R and B, then A and M. These will also be approximately same in number. So amphibians and mammals, ये least रहेंगे इस flow chart में. This is how you can remember FRB, AM. RB same रहेगा, AM same रहेगा. The fishes will be more in number. Again, you can get this chart as A, B, C, D, E to label it. Okay, you can get to label it. It can happen that way also. Next is for the plants. Now for the plants, जैसे यहाँ पे fishes हैं सबसे ज्यादा, you have to remember यहाँ पे fungi हैं and angiosperms हैं, which are more in number. Fungi and angiosperm, dividing it into half and half. सिर्फ थोड़ा सा percentage जो है is given to other plants. थोड़ा सा percentage is given to other plants. Fungi और angiosperms के बाद जो next maximum है, that is again A. Now to remember, I have written it as small a. This will be algae. It will be algae. So you have to remember it this way: fungi, angiosperms, algae. F capital A small a. That is F double A. उसके बाद जो next है वो है M. which is mosses. Then again F will be ferns, and L, this small percentage, will be of the lichen. So that is how you have to remember this graph. Now, these graphs will come as it is in the exam or as it is in the MCQ questions. So आपको ये graphs याद रखने हैं. Now ये graphs NCERT में जैसे दिए हैं वैसे ही याद रखने हैं. So these are same. This graphical representation is same as your NCERT textbook. So it is to be remembered like this. Just draw it so that you remember it better. Okay, or just mark in your NCERT textbook, just write this IOMC for the invertebrates. I will be insects, other animals, mollusks, crustaceans. Vertebrates में F, RB, AM, RB same, AM same, F will be the fishes, RB will be reptiles and birds जो ज़्यादा रहेंगे यहाँ पे, and then A and M. A will be amphibians, M will be mammals. So you can have match the following also over here in the question. Then in the plants, fungi और angiosperms सबसे ज़्यादा रहेंगे, and then you will have small quantity of ये algae रहेगा थोड़ा ज़्यादा, उससे कम mosses, ferns, and then the least will be the lichens. So you will have to remember the higher ones also and the lower ones also in MCQ. Like in this group, the lowest number will be of the lichens. So that way आपको डाइवर्सिटी याद रखनी है और उनका परसेंटेज मीन्स उनका नंबर कितना है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का इन अ पर्टिकुलर एरिया. दिस इज अ जनरलाइज्ड ग्राफ, जनरलाइज्ड चार्ट गिवन इन द एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट बुक. सो जस्ट मार्क दीज इन द टेक्स्ट बुक, जस्ट राइट इट दिस वे. And now we will discuss about our country India globally, where it stands in the species richness and in the species distribution. Now considering our country India, India occupies 2.4% of the total land area of this planet. This land includes the land as well as the water area. We are speaking of the total surface area which India as a country occupies. It occupies 2.4% of the total area globally. Alright, but in species, it contributes around 8.2% of the total species. So India is species rich. It is 8.1%. India is a species rich country. It is a country which is having mega diversity. Mega means बहुत ज़्यादा biodiversity. Okay, there are 12 mega diversity countries in the world. 12 mega diversity countries, and India, it occupies 8th position. 8th position India occupies among these 12 mega diversity countries because surface area कम है. इतने कम area में it is contributing to 8.1% of diversity. So number of species are more because reason फिर से वो ecological इसमें जाओ. Ecological diversity, okay, because it's having all the biomes, it's having different habitats, it's having different seasons. So हर जगह पे species vary करेंगे. There will be a lot of species diversity as compared to countries which will be having limited climatic conditions या limited biomes. India is having a mixture. It's having all the biomes, it's having all the seasons. So therefore, it is having lot many species, that is 8.1%. It is occupying 2.4% of the total area of the planet. Okay, these both are MCQs. 2.4% land area, 8.1% is the species contribution. So India is a species rich. Yeah, species richness है इंडिया में. And these countries which have species richness as compared to their surface area are called countries which show mega diversity. ऐसी 12 countries हैं, and amongst the 12 countries, India is 8th. India ranks 8th in the world, that is globally. Okay, around 45,000 plants have been described, have been identified in India. We have the record of around 45,000 plants. and around 90,000 animals. टेक्स्ट बुक में दिया हुआ है कि प्लांट्स से ऑलमोस्ट डबल है एनिमल्स, मोर देन डबल, सो ऑलमोस्ट मोर देन 90,000 आर एनिमल्स. ओके, एंड दिस रॉबर्ट मे का एस्टिमेशन देखें जो 7 मिलियन स्पीशीज पे ला रहा था टोटल एस्टिमेट को. ओके, आउट ऑफ 1.5 मिलियन इज डिस्क्राइब and 7 million is the scientific and conservative estimate. So according to that only 22% रिकॉर्ड हुआ है. So इंडिया का भी अगर यही कंसिडर करें कि इतने plants and animals is only 22%. So there are more than 1 lakh species of plants which are yet to be identified. There are more than 3 lakh species of animals in India alone which are yet to be identified. 1 lakh and 3 lakhs. More than 1 lakh, more than 3 lakh plants alone India में अभी मिल सकते हैं. Animals more than 3 lakh alone India में मिल सकते हैं. It just requires a lot of hard work, a lot of taxonomists to be put to this work so that they can explore more and more areas of this country, of our land, of our waters, so that they can identify these more than 1 lakh plant species and more than 3 lakh animal species which are yet to be identified in India alone. ये सब important MCQs हैं. 2.4% of the land area globally, 8.1% of the species contribution globally, and it's the 8th mega diversity country in the world, that is globally again. And there are 12 countries which show mega diversity. So these are called countries with species richness, or these countries are rich in species. And India alone has this much counted number of plants and animals which are identified and characterized in India itself on our land. हमने इनमें से आधे भी नहीं देखे हैं, आधे क्या 1/4 भी नहीं देखे हैं. Just imagine how many plants do you know? You can write the names of how many plants. Not even 1/4 of these. Okay. So this is what India is having. Indian diversity is having. So and according to May's estimate, if this is only 22% is recorded, then India still has more than 1 lakh species of plants to be identified, more than 3 lakh species of animals yet to be identified. Okay, and this work should be done by taxonomists. हमने लिविंग वर्ल्ड में देखा है टैक्सोनॉमिस्ट का काम क्या होता है. व्हाट इज अ हर्बेरियम, व्हाट इज अ जूलॉजिकल पार्क, व्हाट इज अ बोटानिकल गार्डन, जहाँ पे ये सब स्पीशीज को आइडेंटिफाई करके रखा जाता है. इट्स kept over there for educational purpose, it's kept over there for preserving them. वो species extinct नहीं होनी चाहिए. It's kept over there to study them, which environmental conditions are favorable to them, where they can grow, where they cannot grow, what type of nutrition is required, what type of interaction they are showing with the other species in the ecosystem. ये सब स्टडी होता है. उसके लिए टैक्सोनॉमी पे इंडिया को बहुत सारा खर्चा करना पड़ेगा. इंडिया विल हैव टू स्पेंड a lot on taxonomy. It will have to spend a lot on research and on exploring its own land so that we know what we can identify these species on the Indian land. Okay, and for the prokaryotic species, because prokaryotes को laboratory culture हर microorganism का नहीं हो सकता है, it is very difficult to identify the exact number of species. It's a difficult job for the taxonomist also. So all these features we have to understand, and one more threat is कि ऐसा ना हो कि ये species identify ही नहीं हुई और extinct हो गई. Because human activities are changing the ecosystem so much. हम लोग इतना exploit कर रहे हैं nature को. We are exploiting nature for our use, for our benefit, irrespective of what is happening to the ecosystem. Human beings की जो activities हैं, ये जो increased industrialization है, green revolution था, all this is destroying our ecosystem. So there is a threat कि ये species identify होने के पहले ही destroy न हो जाए, extinct न हो जाए. So these species should be identified as soon as possible. and human activities should be in control, should be reduced, so that there is no danger of extinction of these species even before they are identified. ओके, एनालॉगी दिया है बुक में. आर लाइब्रेरी की बुक्स पहले ही बर्न हो रही हैं. अभी तक हमने लिस्ट भी नहीं बनाई है दैट आर लाइब्रेरी इज हैविंग ऑल दीज बुक्स. हमने कैटलॉग भी नहीं बनाया है कि ए से हमारे पास ये सारे बुक्स हैं, बी से हमारे पास ये सारे बुक्स हैं. बिफोर दैट ओनली कुछ बुक्स बर्न हो रही है लाइब्रेरी में एंड वी आर अनअवेयर ऑफ इट. So this chapter is to bring about awareness about importance of these different species जो हम आगे देखेंगे. Okay, importance in the ecosystem, what human beings are getting benefit from these species. So they should stop exploiting the nature, they should stop exploiting the environment. All right. Just read your NCERT textbook. You will also be getting lectures of NCERT reading with me, which you can go through if you want. Otherwise, read your NCERT textbook. All the points discussed over here are there in the textbook. Just mark them. Just see whatever you don't understand, call back, message back. All right. I will see you in the next lecture.